Hi, my name is Bob, and I'm here to talk about how you can go about looking for a music mentor. Because everyone needs a mentor, right? Especially if you have ambitions of making a mark in the music business. Pursuing a music career is one of the most ambitious experiences anyone can undertake. It can be really hard to make an impact, especially if you're a newcomer. Just thinking about all the things you have to do to give yourself a shot at success can be terrifying and overwhelming, including all the challenges associated with writing and recording music. Add to that the pressures of trying to get your music into the ears of listeners, and you'll realize that it's actually not a job for the faint of heart. It's especially difficult if you're trying to manage everything on your own. That's why you need to have someone or some people in your corner supporting you. Just as in any other field, you'll find it near impossible to achieve your goals if you're doing everything on your own. Every songwriter or musician you can think of who's ever achieved something remarkable have at some point received help and guidance, and so will you if you plan to achieve anything noteworthy. There will be lots of hurdles, and you will most likely need help with understanding the market, connecting with the right people, and even with your musical content. And this is where a music mentor comes in. Funnily enough, we got the idea to do this webinar after listening to one of the Toonly webinars earlier this year. Let me say that the Toonly videos are worth watching if you want to learn more about songwriting and the music industry. We always feature knowledgeable guests who you can learn a ton of stuff from. While listening the other day, we couldn't help noticing some of the questions being asked by a few of the attendees. It hit us that there are so many young songwriters and musicians who need guidance. And so we thought it would be a good idea to do a webinar of our own that would speak to the upcoming songwriters and music creators who just need someone to point them in the right direction or open a few doors. The first thing I want to talk to you about is who can be your mentor. Now, all music mentors are not the same. For that reason, you need to think carefully about the exact needs of your career before setting out to find one. Sponsors. Some of you may need mentors who are also sponsors. A sponsor is someone with strong influence in the music business who can make a call that helps you land a gig, or pull a name out that opens a door for you, or even put you on a blast among their inner circle. How do you go about finding a mentor who will also be your sponsor? Landing a sponsor often requires some amount of networking, putting yourself out there to be noticed. Entering talent contests is a good idea. Also, go out and meet with people who might be interested in your music. Music coach. Another type of mentor is one who will give you valuable advice to strengthen the weaker areas of your career. Maybe your songwriting needs tightening up, or maybe you aren't working with the right people, or maybe you are lacking in knowledge about the business of music, or it could be a combination of things that are deficient in your career. A mentor coach is someone who is knowledgeable about the business and craft of music. Getting that kind of support could help to put you on a path for your career to take off. Distant mentorship. Still another mentor could be someone you look up to but don't meet or talk to in person. It can be someone you follow online because they are always sharing good tips. Or you might watch their webinars and videos like what you're doing now. Or they probably put out books, courses, and other material that you find useful. Whatever the case, this kind of mentor can be helpful if you're not able to get out and meet people for whatever reason, but have a need to learn from others. There are a number of music professionals who host podcasts and webinars, do tutorial videos and courses, and publish books, etc. So there are many options at your disposal. I would really recommend looking at some of the hosts of Toonly webinars if you're looking to find mentors to learn from at a distance. In the past, we featured lawyers, songwriters, and music coaches, among others, so you can learn a lot. Mentoring community. Another way you can get mentorship is by joining a knowledgeable sharing community. For example, Toonly runs a Facebook group for songwriters and music-minded people, where you can learn from others and share your own experiences, so others might even learn from you as well. You never know who could find value in what you have to say. One thing to bear in mind when looking for a mentor is that you don't have to limit yourself to one type of mentorship, or even one mentor. You can have them all, or a combination as needed. How do you approach a mentor? If you want a mentor who you can interact with in person, as I said before, you need to be going out and meeting people. Influential people in the music business often go to various events, such as music conferences, meet and greets, and other events where they can have an eye out for people with potential. Going out and networking not only allows you to rub shoulders with music professionals, but might also help you gain access to mentoring workshops. A lot of the times, however, you will have to make the first move to ask someone to be your mentor. Now, this has to be done in a professional and subtle manner, of course. Sometimes you won't even be able to get close enough to your target, so you will want to get to know the people around them first. And be careful not to go about it in a stalking kind of way, but try to find out the places where they usually like hanging out, or try setting up an appointment to meet with them. If there's a mutual connection with someone you might already know, you might consider asking to be introduced. You can also find out if they offer coaching or mentoring as a side hustle, and then take it from there. Yes, you might have to pay for mentorship, but it can be worth it if they have a track record of success and if you both click. If you manage to get a one-on-one with a potential mentor, ask for a small portion of their time to talk business. You want to make it clear that you admire their work, so do your research beforehand so you can be specific about the things they have done that you like. Express your desire to learn from them or get their idea or opinion on a concern of yours. Ask to meet over a cup of coffee to talk more. It's still within the realm of business, but within their comfort zone. Once you get that initial meeting, you want to lay out your ideas and plans. Maybe you have them listen to a snippet of your best song and ask for their feedback and advice. This should be all in respect of their time, so whether they can give you 5 or 40 minutes, make it count. What's next after approaching a mentor? There is a high chance you will get turned down by one or more of the people you're targeting to be your mentor. If that happens, don't take it to heart. Quite often these people simply can't fit you into their schedule right away. It could also be that your personalities clash, or they don't feel they would be a right fit for you. With that said, when approaching someone to be your mentor, you do want to make sure their expertise is relevant to your style and type of music. Money is another reason why you might get declined by a potential mentor. In return for their services, they might want compensation, whether a payment up front or a stake in your music revenues. If they're just not affordable at the time, you might have to walk away. On the other hand, if you do manage to land a mentor, you want to make sure you take full advantage of the opportunity. Take all their constructive criticisms in mind and work on weak areas that they point out. Show that you're serious by taking the time to listen, discuss, and implement their ideas. Be disciplined to follow the advice being given, even if it's in a book, and give it time to work. The results might not come right away from any type of mentorship you receive, but if it feels right and you keep learning, the rewards could soon start rolling in.